What's up, everybody? Robb Moreira here with another Get More with Moreira video. Just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support that I've been getting lately with these videos. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, but enough of the love. We're going to go right into this video. I got myself a co-host. That's right. Got myself a co-host. Feeling real good about myself. Got my boy, Mike Christensen, my man. He's been hitting this game. He's been doing his hustle train for just about as long as I have, which is really cool. It's nice to connect. And we actually don't even live near each other. We don't even know each other like in person. We connected through LinkedIn. It goes to show you the power of social media and LinkedIn and connecting with fellow actors. Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, Rob? Thanks
Dude,
for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for being eager and for being the number one co-host so far on these videos. So you get to say that you started the trend. You're the trailblazer.
One of one. I like it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
There you go. You're the trailblazer. You're setting the trend, man. You're setting the bar. Setting the bar, brother.
It's a
I
lot
like
of
that.
pressure, but hopefully I will live up to it.
There you go. Now you can be fine, man. You awesome. You pro. Come on now. But yeah, so the reason that I brought Mike on is he is somebody who's been kicking a lot of videos on his side. I've also been doing videos on my side. He and I, we actually like to politic every now and then. We like to talk about what's going on in the VO world, which is really cool because he and I are basically kind of in the same we're in the same boat, just in different states. Would you agree?
Brothers from another mother.
Yeah. Oh God, are we? We really are. Cut from the same cloth, several states away. But he and I, we talk a lot of shop just about the biz, what's going on, what's new, what's what people are talking about. And the big thing right now that we're talking about is coaching. Coaching is actually a really big thing. But before we go into that, I actually want to get into Mike's background. So for you, Mike, how'd you get started into voiceover? Like how'd you fall into it? Did you kind of roll into it? Somebody told you the usual, you have a great voice, or was it something else? Like how'd you get started?
I do hear that all the time when I talk to people, especially when I use my pretty voice. People say, "Oh man, you should, I've got a great face for radio," which is fine. I have a veterinary background. I worked in a vet hospital in high school, went to college, did some radio in college. Very amateur, very terrible radio in college. Got out, was going to go to vet school. That didn't work out. I didn't really have a plan B, C, or D. So I kind of drifted for a while. I got an internship. I went to actually a broadcasting school. Paid my money and whatever, how much it was, and went for a few months. Got my broadcasting degree, training with real world people in Atlanta. Actually met somebody who worked at a radio show, local. They got me an internship, and I worked at the radio station for 5-6 years, mostly on the weekends, paid my dues, that kind of thing. But you know what? It wasn't work. It was fun. It was something that, yes, I had to stay out super late and get up super early to make it to the station. I didn't care. I worked 60, 70 hours a week. It didn't matter. I loved it. That station changed formats, canned everybody. So I was kind of out of the business for a while, and just working the veterinary day job, it wasn't satisfying. It wasn't, it wasn't what I needed. I hated it. And I always had this talent. I always did voices at work. I would annoy the fool out of everybody at work, talking like Batman all during surgery, German accents, British accents, whatever I could do, I would test it on them. And finally, 2016, my mom passed away, and I said, you know what? Life it's too short. It's too short to do something you hate. And I'd been doing voiceover since about 2012, part-time.
Nice.
2016, I said, I'm taking the plunge.
Wow.
And I'm full-time. And I'm working it. So
that is good, man. Good for you,
dude. Short. It's too short.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely 100% right. It really is, man. It is not worth it to just do something you don't like, man. Like, why do that? No. Why suffer through that when you have this gift that you can use and do well? Clearly,
And
you
that's something
are.
I was good at veterinary medicine. I knew what I was doing because I'd done it 26 years. But the
Wow.
thing is, this is something inside of me. You
Yeah.
know, I know that sounds kind of hokey, but it's something that it's my talent that I can use and do it for myself. And
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I love doing it.
That's what I always say. You know, like, cause I do have a I do have a full-time day job, but I also do my acting basically full time. I'm basically doing two full-time jobs. But
Uh-huh.
the way I break it down is one feeds my wallet while the other one feeds my soul. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's kind of how I break it down.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's really cool, and it's interesting to see just because like you're not you are coming from such a like nobody would think that the background that you were at in doing this veterinary
Right.
a career to then shift to voiceover, like nobody would see that kind of trajectory, like
I always
that is
wanted to
not.
perform. Yeah, I did
Oh,
theater
okay.
in college,
Okay.
mostly backstage, some on stage.
Mm.
But like I said, I got the face for radio, so let's keep me behind the scenes. All right, I'll stay
I
behind the
hear
mic.
you. No, I hear you. Yeah, no, that's really cool though, and it's just a testament to the fact that not there isn't a one size fits all on who can be a voice artist or
Sure.
a voice talent. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter where you started, but if you have the talent and you have the hustle, which is what I like to say, if you got the
Hmm.
hustle to really make it a career, you can make something out of it. It just really depends on you, and it really doesn't matter
Right.
like you did some light acting when you were in school, but it's not like you were professionally trained and
No.
did all this. No, you were just you liked the performance aspect, and then you knew this is something that you could do, that you enjoyed to do, and dude, now you're doing it. Now
Right.
you're doing it.
Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a unique voice. It's your
Exactly.
voice. People always
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I wish I had his voice. I wish I sounded like Sam Elliott. I wish I
Oh
sounded like whoever."
man.
It doesn't matter. They have Sam Elliott. Be yourself.
Oh, yes. Oh, dude. Absolutely. 100%.
Right.
100%. Because you aren't, you don't exist in that world yet. You know what I mean? Those guys are already
Right.
there, but you aren't there yet until you put yourself in there. And that's what you got to
Right.
hustle for, is to get in there. But before you even get to that point and you're booking these gigs and you're doing well and you make this a full-time career, you got to start somewhere.
Sure.
Now, when you started, before you actually got like that first gig or those first couple gigs or your first like nice big gig, I presume that coaching was a pretty big factor in
Oh
terms
yeah.
of how you got to, well, technically where you're at now, or to a place where you knew that you can do this successfully as a career. So talk about how your coaching went.
The biggest thing for me was actually reading in front of other people.
Oh,
Um, that's that was a big thing for me at first. Now I don't care because I read for a living, so it's fine.
right.
One of the ladies I worked with at the radio station, when she left the radio station, she started coaching and building demos. So I had that
Mm,
relationship with her. So it's
nice.
you never want to burn bridges. You never know who's going to help you down the road. I hadn't talked to her
Jeez.
in years. Reached out to her. I said, "Hey, I want to try this. What can you do for me?" And she brought me down, and I sat in her studio with tons of other people. She always had other people in there, so it was
Yep.
never one on one. So you had to be comfortable working in
Being
front of other
around
people.
other people.
She
Wow.
taught. She would print scripts. She'd write scripts. She'd teach you how to read scripts,
Nice.
and critique the crap out of you. To just, I mean, to certain times I would leave like I'm never going to get this, but then you come back. You want to prove yourself. You want to do
Yeah.
better. You want to impress her.
Awesome.
She helped
Yeah.
me build my first demo, which going back and listening to it is horrible, but she's helped me do 3 demos since then, 2 more commercial
Wow.
demos and 1 character demo.
Man, that's great.
Um, and it's gotten to the point now in our relationship to where I could just send her audio that I've recorded and
Mm,
say, "Hey, can we build something out of this?" And she'll like, "This is crap. This
nice.
is terrible." And no, this is good. We'll keep this. We'll edit this, and she'll put it together and she'll produce it. And that's what she does.
That's
She
cool.
produces demos for people, and she coaches. She has audition groups 3 times a week at her house.
Mm,
And you go out there and you audition, and people critique you, and it really gets that fire going. But
that's
if
cool.
I just bought a mic and sat in here in my
Yeah.
closet and tried to make it somewhere, I'd have no idea where to go. I'd have no idea where to start or anything. I would just be
There you go.
Googling voiceover jobs,
All
and
right, exactly.
a bunch of
See,
pay to play or a
trying
bunch of whatever
trying to
would show
comb
up.
through, try to comb through like dozens upon dozens of videos that exist
Yeah,
out there.
and there's
You know,
people
some
out
saying
there
the
that will
same stuff,
prey
some
on
saying
new
different
people.
stuff. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Those people exist.
Yeah.
Those people are out there.
Those naive people that like, oh, I just spent $5,000 on this website. Do you think I could make it as a voiceover artist? And like, well, do you have a demo? No.
Right.
I bought a microphone. It's, like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. But you got to know how to soundproof the thing, and you got to make connections. You have to network, and you have to, I've got a guy that's come over here and helped me prepare this space that I can use
Nice.
it. That's what he does for a living,
That's
and
cool.
he came over and listened and said, oh, it sounds pretty good. You don't need to do much else, or do this or do that. But you can't go it alone. It's an alone business because you're in your studio self-directing,
Right.
but it can't be an alone business.
Absolutely.
You have to have
100%.
connections. You have to reach out.
Indeed.
And for a long time I didn't. And for the last
Mm.
8-9 months, I've starting to market, starting that aspect of it. And the job is much more fulfilling now that I know people like you, and I know people, on LinkedIn or Instagram or social media. And going to VO Atlanta this week,
All
my first
right. Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm nervous, but it's
Yeah,
going
you
to be
gotta
great.
you gotta do a
So
video while you're out there, man. That's cool.
yeah,
That's really
I
cool. But
got my business
that's great.
cards.
You know,
I could
you're
be throwing them out.
start making it rain out there. Pop, 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 pop. Whoever catches one.
That's
It's
right.
like, who's this? I don't know who this Mike Christensen guy is, but I got his card. It fell on my head.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's great, clever marketing right there. I love it.
Yes, it is.
No, but that's good. I mean, it goes to show you the power of having a coach who's looking out for you, who's not scared to be tough. And I think that's something that sometimes some voice artists starting out don't necessarily have. Like you said, those that are trying to prey on those people who are new, they like to boost them up and tell them, yeah, you're going to be great. You're going to make so much money. It's going to be so easy, just so
Right.
they get that quick $1,000 for the 5-week workshop, or however the case may be. And then nothing comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? You need people that are going to tell you, yeah, listen, like, you're okay, but this is what you got to work at. This is your
Yeah.
weakness. This is what
was
you need
6
to be
to
doing.
8
You need
months
that.
before I got my demo done. 6 to 8
See,
months before my demo was done.
exactly. And that makes sense. That makes sense. Now that time frame
And
is
if it's
going to be
still
different
bad.
for everybody. I'm sure it's fine. No, but it's true. Some people are going to need more time. Some people may need less. I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody's business is going to be different.
Sure.
But the point really is that coaching is imperative, and not just the coaching aspect, but also having other colleagues to reach out to and bounce these ideas off of and see what they do, because you know what, you may know something that I don't, or I may know something that you don't, or whatever the case may be, but there's always something to learn from everyone in any part of their specific trajectory. Somebody who just started may know something that I don't.
Sure.
That could absolutely be the case. And then there's clearly somebody who's had 35 years of experience, probably has loads to teach me. I may have something to teach them because they're from the OG, they're from the old school, you know what I mean? And
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
a little bit more digital savvy. Maybe I know something a little bit that they don't. There's just so much out there. But ultimately, coaching is what's going to dictate for you whether this is a viable business for you to actually move forward with. And that's important. Buying a mic is not enough. Buying the equipment is not enough. You can buy yourself a studio bricks and drop 10 grand, get yourself $1,000 Neumann, and I guarantee you 100% that if you never had coaching, you're still going to sound like crap.
Yep.
That's just the truth of it.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. You know what I mean? So that's really great. That just shows the power of having a tough but supportive coach, and how it brought you to where you're at now, that you can say you're a full-time voice artist now. Like, how cool does that feel?
It's humbling too, because when they rip into you, like, oh, I feel like I'm doing great, and then they just, what are you doing? And yeah, it's that, and it's talking to other people, and it's swallowing your pride. You don't know everything, and I know most of the full-time big time VO people you think of when you think of voiceover.
Right.
They don't know everything. Yeah. And they will listen. You know, they're none,
Yes.
if people who are like, Psh, I know what I'm doing. What are you talking to me for, little boy? You don't want to hang out with those people. You want
No.
the people you can bounce ideas off of. Because like you said,
Absolutely.
you may know something that, you know, the guy who does Optimus Prime, you know, doesn't know or whatever. And but it's things you pick up along the way. And I'm happy to be able to share some of those things I've picked up with other people. And then I'm happy to see what they teach me.
Which you've
I
been
don't know
doing
it all,
awesome,
please.
which you've been doing really great for those that are watching right now. Mike, he throws down some really cool videos on LinkedIn. So make sure you're following him, Mike Christensen. Definitely check him out. You'll see that I'm connected with him as well, so you can check him out there. At the end of the video, I'll also throw up his website so you can check it out. And just, give him some love. But he's doing some really, really cool videos. He just recently posted one about using a dog clicker, which is a cool new thing that I've been seeing kind of crop up a lot. But explain the dog clicker, Mike.
Well, I saw somebody on Twitter mention they said that my dog clicker broke in my studio. Like, why would you need what? You kind of be quiet in your studio. Why do you need a dog clicker? And are you training in your studio? But it turns out that when you're recording long pieces of audio, like audio book or whatever it is, when you mess up, and you're going to mess up, you click the dog clicker and it makes a spike in the waveform. So when you go back and edit, you'll boom, you see the little spikes and you can go right to the edit points, and it saves you a lot of time.
Interesting.
And then apparently other people were like, oh yeah, I love mine. I got different colors and rainbow, whatever. And I said, this is a thing. And I went right out to PetSmart and I got me one. So
interesting. So, I mean, if you use that, like also with, punching and rolling, I'm sure that must be really beneficial, especially when you're doing really long audiobooks. I have not, full disclosure, I have not done an audiobook just yet. So that is not a realm that I can really talk about. So for you, Mike, I know you got a couple dozen hours under your belt at this point. But so have you used, I know you just got it fairly recently. Have you used it already?
I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
When I do the next audiobook, I'll use it for that.
Awesome.
My kids are playing with it right now, but that's what's kids click. Yeah.
That's kids.
If I could train them with that would be great.
There you go. No, it'd be cool though if you could throw up a video just showing what it's like using the clicker, and I guess showing how it helps in your editing. I think that'd be a pretty cool video idea for you.
I'll do it
down the road. Yeah, that'd be actually really cool to see. Awesome. So, Mike, thanks again, man. Thanks for jumping on the video. I want to keep this nice and tight for the folks out there. Try to keep this at 20 minutes or less. So we got up just about a minute, and I got 3 questions that I want to throw at you. So this is Robb Moreira's top 3 questions, and I'm going to hit you with, Mike, all right? So you got a minute to answer all of these. So first, we're going to hit this up. Favorite gig that you've done thus far?
I did an infomercial for a male enhancement product online called Validenics. You can go to the website and check it out. It's about 45 minutes, and I got to say all kinds of nasty stuff. So
amazing.
That was, and I've worked with them for about 4 or 5 years doing videos for them, and so I love them.
All right, next up, we might go over the 20 now. I did not. All right, dream. Sorry, that caught me off guard. Okay, number 2. New one of those. Dream gig that you'd like to voice.
Man,
and it could be anything.
Yeah, I would love to work on Dragon Ball Z. I watched that for a long time, and that was what kind of sparked me a little bit, I could do that. I could do the voices and
that's good.
Any kind of stuff like that. I'd love to do it.
Okay, I gotta ask you a follow up. If they were recasting, the whole crew, and they said, Mike, you could be anybody you want, who would you pick?
Oh, it's Vegeta. It's no doubt.
My man, the Princess Saiyan. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I used to have a tattoo of him, but it's been covered up. But I used to
get out of here.
He was my favorite. Yeah.
See, here in the lab, this is a Goku lab. So sorry, bro.
There you go. Hey,
that's
cool.
Like but
hey, but Vegeta's a better character, I think.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I definitely
Goku
would.
Just dies and then trains and then comes back and wins, and that's all he does. So, but
he's Dragon Ball Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, cool. And then the last question. This is number 3, or technically number 4. A voice artist that you would like to work with. Now, this could be alive or dead, because obviously we know a couple of great have passed away.
Yeah, there's so many that have done shows that I like. There's so many that have done shows that I watch, and I like John Bailey, the guy who does the Honest trailers.
He's great.
I've actually talked to him on the phone a few times. He's coached me a little bit.
Wow, very cool.
And he seems like a pretty cool guy, and I love what
doing.
He does.
He's doing cricket now, right? I believe he's doing cricket commercials for the cell phone service. If I believe. He does a lot. I mean,
he'll pop
he does a lot
every so often. He I think stuff in the Bumblebee movie. So.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy's always working. So yeah.
Oh,
nice. That's a good one.
And he's a Southern boy too, so I like it.
Very cool. Do you now? I know you came up with John pretty quick. Do you happen to have a second?
I'd be happy with anybody. You know, I like working with other people.
It's happy to get work
in the room. Yeah. To be in a
room
and work through a script with a group of people would be
awesome.
A lot of fun, I think.
Very cool.
Being by yourself is no fun, but
yeah, hey, I hear that. It's always nice to be in a booth with somebody else. It's cozy, but it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Awesome. So to wrap up, Mike, let us know where we can get you, man. Where can we find you?
You can check out my website at thevoicemonkey.com. You can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere. I'm all over the place.
Boom. So you see how he said, hey, he's all over the place? That is what you, my VO hustlers, should be doing. You should be saying the exact same thing. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You should be on all of them. All right. You should be on all of them. Okay. That's the idea. It's a trick question. It's a trick question. You should find me everywhere. Should always be the answer. Well done, Mike. You pass. You get 5 stars from the Get More with Moreira faux TV show. Anyway, listen, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. I know the video is a little long, but if you lasted this long, then you're a true hustler, because you're trying to get info from us. Much props, much love. Thanks for all of that. Mike, again, thank you, my brother. You got any parting words?
Just keep on working.
My man.
Don't give up.
My man. Love it. All right, y'all. Love.